Welcome back. It's been a big day of competition, some great performances, and no doubt some more coming our way as we get into the last heat of the first round. Stu Kennedy, he's been on a slippery slope since a semi-final finish on the Gold Coast, and he's going to get an opportunity here early on. A lot of speed. Stylish high line there. What can you do with all this momentum? Just a slick little carve to get started. The second little cut down, a little more impressive as he builds for a big finish down the line here. A couple of solid sections to bank off. And just tucks into a closeout barrel there. But Stu Kennedy has to look at Jeffreys Bay as a big opportunity to get another big finish coming from Lennox Head. He's got a good opportunity.
At surfing for 45 seconds on a wave, and Stewie Kennedy, beautiful high line right there. So trying to set his line. I like that opening carve there, very smooth. This one even better. Board looking really sharp under his feet. Positive. This is where things got a little funky for Stewie. Just got caught up a little bit on that snap. He was nice and aggressive. Tried to finish that wave off on the bricks and kind of got stuck between two moves. Seabass, while we were away, found himself a really nice wave. High line speed hack there, lost control for a second. But this is a long wave, and what I like about Sebastian Zietz is there's so many different ways to rip a wave at J-Bay. And again, there's a lot of parallels with Andy Irons, the way Seabass serves, his style, his technique. But it's exciting, it's unpredictable. So you don't have to be that cruisy Tom Curran, smooth, drawn out surfer here at J-Bay. There's a lot of ways to score.
Well, Sebastian, his past results here haven't been fantastic. Hasn't been past the third round. But after getting a victory in 2016, his confidence levels will be soaring. We just saw how well he can link big turns together. And he kicks off his campaign here in the first round with a huge number, matching Julian Wilson's opening score from the last heat, a 9.17 for the surfer in 6th position. Well, here he goes again. This is live action, looking to back up that 9.17 here. And he is in attack mode at the moment. Really pushing just that little bit extra into those calves. Grabbing that rail, just a nice float to get down the line.
Much better effort. This hack right here, setup turn. This wave slows down for him. Nice little snap there. This carve right here, amazing. Again, that was such a sick turn from Sebastian. Got a lot of rail in the water. Somehow he kind of gained speed out of that hack. Those feel so good. Little speed float there. So it's going to be a great backup score for Seabass. And thank you, boys. In a truck, there's the setup carve. It's just going to be the carve right here. Watch that inside rail. Actually, so it's the next turn. That's where he kind of punched that section. This is the hack. This is a thing of beauty right there. Look at that technique. Left hand in the wall. Amazing speed through that carve, a lot of power, great style. So Sebastian Zietz is on fire.
Great combination of maneuvers there. Already has a 9.17. And he's just backed it up with a 7.67. Stu Kennedy, Michel Bourez already comboed, chasing a two-wave total of 16.85. 25.5 minutes to go. And he's up again. And just digging in. But keeping that down the line flow. Wants to get back out in front of this one. Thinks about going for the tube there, but changes his approach. And really is throwing a bit of weight onto that back foot. Even through those transition turns. That was something we mentioned earlier today, Ross.
Andy Irons, and Sebastian Zietz comes from that mold.
Well, Stu Kennedy, let's see what he can do. He can afford just to put it all on the line now and throw some big turns because he's got to break this combination. And he needs some pretty decent numbers to do that. Well, trying to set up a tube through the inside. This way he's going to shut down. He gets out of there just under 24 minutes to go.
With the speed of that wave, and it kind of threw him off. You could tell he was a little bit agitated, but I love that opening layback speed line carve from Sebastian. Again, not an easy wave to match your speed, but what's refreshing from Sebastian compared to most surfers on tours, he doesn't really give a rip about the rhythm. He just starts tearing into move after move. And feel it, you're at J Bay, you can have fun too.
Michel Bourez. Let's see if he can break this combination. He needs an excellent score. Up into the 9s would help. A pretty big combination here. Sebastian Zietz, excuse me. Much like Julian Wilson in the previous heat, has just found the rhythm, and he's up once again. Clean wall to work with. Driving up into this section, throws that tail, rides out of that maneuver. One of the most exciting turns we've seen all day. Very unpredictable approach from the Hawaiian, and we love that about him, as he just links this ride together beautifully. Just pushed a little hard on that last turn, drifted the tail.
You know, it's as you mentioned, dirty and raw. He just loves to be creative. And right here, he's going to grab that rail and regain control. So right when it looks like, what is he doing out there? You know, he's pushing too hard. He just kind of reins it back in. And also what Seabass does so well, he combines that flare with sliding and breaking the fins free with a lot of power. So, you know, it's not like he's just kind of skating around going for kind of cheesy tail slides. He rips into his turns with just very unapologetic, isn't it?
So sick. Love this move. He knows he's got to ditch a big number. He knows he's got to go for something big. He does just that.
It's funny, he's done that all year. You know, as a surfer, you don't really want to draw up a move that way. When you get too much board out the back, you're just begging for that board to leave you, because Wilco is has one of the fiercest backhand snaps on tour. So he's going to be really tough to get past. And here's Michel Bourez just trying to find himself a wave where he can start his campaign. Still has 9 minutes left in his heat. A couple of decent snaps there for him, and you can see he's definitely aware of the scores that have gone down from Seabass. He's you know, just trying to make a score, going big on that tail blow.
Some fantastic finals. As we see, Michel up once again, looking for an excellent score, and he's not going to get it on this ride. The first 4 heats of the second round, but right now we've got Sebastian Zietz leading with another big heat score total, 17.9. Stu Kennedy and Michel Bourez running out of time to peg him back, but here goes the rookie, or the injury replacement surfer, I should say, Stu Kennedy, with one of his better looking rides. Nice grab rail carve there, setting up the tube. He'll find some cover and get the exit. Commits to that second section and can't find the exit as the wave clamps up.
And great rhythm, nice deep bottom turn, just setting things up here, waiting for that section to lay down. And there's that insane grab rail carve there. Pretty sick barrel over there for Stewie, but he had to pull into that second option right there, and it shut down. So
in control. And Stu Kennedy and Michel Bourez, they should just be relishing the opportunity at this stage to ride a couple of waves and get set for the second round.
Yeah, feel your board. A little bit of practice here. And all these guys are buddies. They'll be stoked for Seabass, but definitely a frustrating loss.
I think Stu Kennedy can take some real positives. That was one of the better waves that we've seen him ride since that amazing effort to make the semis at stop 1. Sebastian Zietz here. He's just bringing this one through to the inside. He'll just flow through this ride. Even though he had some really kind of raw turns through this heat, Ross, I think he actually looked really silky. His equipment looks sharp at the moment. He's in good touch. What a way to finish.
Great heat for Sebastian. Yeah, he's going to have really enjoy his dinner tonight. Things are kind of going his way. Him and Julian in the last hour have put together a highlight reel.
Well, this wave will count, but it's not going to help Michel Bourez get into the lead. Just looking to get a feel for conditions out here at the moment. See exits right there on the inside. Waiting on scores to come through. Sebastian Zietz had another strong wave to finish. He's making his way into the key hole here. Sometimes it's hard to find. No dramas for Seabass, everything panning out pretty nicely, even the exit from the water.